no, the stream started. Who's ready to go to court? Me! Look, I got a suit. I got a suit because I'm ready to go to court and plead my case. What am I guilty of? Nothing. I have been falsely accused. Falsely accused of what, you ask? Good question. Welcome to Ace Attorney. I can't believe all these attorneys are Ace, right? That's so many of them. Here, hang on. I feel like this determined face is listen. Okay, so I was trying to decide before this stream what kind of outfit to make for myself, because I like, if you guys have been here for past video game streams, you know that I like to make custom outfits depending on what game I'm making, or what game I'm playing. And I saw the outfits for this game, and I was like, I'm not familiar with this game at all. This is gonna be my first time ever playing a game blind on stream. And so I wasn't sure what kind of game or what kind of outfit I should do. Because I could just do like the main character, but it's a little simple. It's just kind of like the little like black suit. And I thought it's like, okay, well the detective guy is there, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. His outfit had too much detail on it. And so I was like, fuck it, I'm a lawyer. I'm just gonna put on a suit. I'm palette swapped Phoenix Wright, fuck you. Anyway, it is time for the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I'm very excited. I hope you guys are also excited. I'm hype about this game. Like I've never played this game, obviously, but I know like basically nothing aside from what they showed in the trailers. But I am a big Ace Attorney fan. I played like pretty much all the games as they came out, minus the most recent game before these, Spirit of Justice. I never played that one. I am kind of waiting for them to do a release of Apollo Justice, Dual Destinies, and Spirit of Justice, like in another 3-pack like they did for the original trilogy on the Switch. I would love that. Hey Bindendo, can I has? Yeah, so Ace Attorney, I considered like doing a playthrough of the original games, but it's long. And from what I've heard, this game should be kind of a pretty decent introduction to the series, because it takes place in the past. It's a historical fiction court drama. So there will probably not be like too much you have to know from previous games, aside from like the main character is the ancestor of the Phoenix Wright, the titular Phoenix Wright. That's all you need to know about he. Back to the past. Exactly. So yeah, I'm hype. I'm gonna take a sip first, and then we can jump into it. Let's fucking go! Select adventure. Ace Attorney Adventures, Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve. Oh, so yeah, it's 2 games in 1, so we're gonna start with the first one. New game! Ooh, cutscene.
The Empire of Japan. After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation. The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period of great change, and some was swept away by the tide.
Rip. Oh shit, is he dead?
But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
Oh no, my son, what did you do? Sweet boy, we've only just begun. The adventure of the great departure. My boy, what did you do? We've only just begun, my son. Oh, the typewriter noises are different. Well, that's interesting. 22nd November, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature. Defendant's Antechamber 5. Starting with game with murder. Listen, welcome to Ace Attorney. Everyone is... you either get killed or you live long enough to be the... you know. I'm assuming this is our protagonist. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. Are we doing the I have to defend myself in court in the first case? Woof, this boy's starting off strong. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? Oh my god, we're totally doing the I have to defend myself in court thing in the first case! Damn! Who's this punk? What? Oh, no, nothing. Save your glares, murderer! What'd you call me? I didn't do shit. I mean, listen, I know the prologue looked kind of intimidating, but still, sorry. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Oh, I love him. I didn't do the you can't no. I did not murder anyone. I can't even move my arms. You see this shit? They are locked in place. How could I possibly have done a murder? I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, awaiting my trial. That's enough. Who's that? Oh, hi. Do you have a fan constantly blowing next to you, sir? I feel like I'm gonna need to give all these characters cool voices. I have to practice for my D&D games. He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And who are you? Don't you see my cool fucking jacket? And my headband that's always constantly blowing slightly in the breeze? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So hold your tongue. Are you allowed to have a sword in a courtroom, sir? You guys are gonna make me give this man a Russian accent? Okay, here, I'll give the bailiff a Russian accent. Technicalities, look at you. You haven't even graduated yet. And yet I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Oh, shit. Right, Ryunosuke? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. Don't stare at me like that. Ooh, this is scary. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma... Kazuma! He's a cool dude! Look at his hair! I think he cut his bangs with his katana, that's why one of them is slightly shorter than the others. You gotta watch what you're slicing, my bud. I never meant to drag you into this, I'm sorry. Oh, he's cute! Oh, I hope he's not secretly a murderer. That would make me very sad. There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. Oh, they're friends. Ah. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yume University professor. Oh, murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not. You have to believe me. I didn't do it. I could never murder someone. Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Don't be gay. Hold your head high. You mean... I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke. Listen, he's very sus, but he hot. Kazuma Asogi, my best friend. Also in his second year at Yume University. But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive, considering he's still an undergraduate. Not so impressive considering the franchise where... it's not that impressive. This is an Ace Attorney game we're talking about. Like, if you see a lawyer over the age of 20, they're already past their prime. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old, here in Japan anyway. My qualifications don't mean much, yet. You said exactly the same thing 3 years ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma, truly. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started. When I killed a dude. Oh, look at him. He looks so young despite only being 3 days ago. I love him. I really hope he does not betray me. Congratulations, Kazuma. It looks like you're gonna get to study abroad at last. I know, I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you. Oh, he's gonna die, isn't he? He's gonna die, isn't he? No! He's talking about how he's gonna leave on his ship. He's gonna die. But he's so big on the cover of the game, they can't kill him. Oh, I shouldn't be theorizing. This is dangerous. I'm really happy for you, and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple, and around his headband that's always blowing slightly in the breeze, even in this still image. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too. I'm sure it's fine, but whatever. Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. Oh, that's gay, sir. If only it were that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer. Oh, I forgot my alerts were so big. SJD Bowser, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Stream Squad. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow, then. Partner. Oh, he's gay. He dissolved into air. Whoosh! Blew away like the wind. It was straight after that. That's when it happened. I don't know who this is. Asogi, may I have a word? Oh, hi. Oh, she cute! Oh, no, bring her back! I wasn't done! She was pretty. Come back! Professor, I didn't know you were coming. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now. Asogi, you should go immediately to the judge's chambers. Go be a fucking lawyer somewhere else. To His Excellency's chambers, why? He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this guy? What's with his face? Wow! Katarina Arts, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Stream Squad. I feel as though I've seen him at university before. Oh, he's got a star on his collar. That's why I like him. He's wearing my patron shape. I should have given myself a little star badge instead of an attorney's badge. Ah. I see. I'll go at once then. Oh, she's so cute. Look at her. She has complicated hair. I shall accompany you. She's cute. I love her outfit. The colors are pretty. All right then, Ryunosuke. I'll see you in the court. Yes. Thanks, Kazuma. She's cute. I like her little kimono. It's pretty. Now I'm alone with this dude. Ugh, this is awkward. If I may? Yes, sorry? You must be the defendant. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Yujin Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic science at Yume University. Ah, Professor Mikotoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. Best friends, that's our word for it. As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, he'll be put to death! No! I'm afraid that permission will be revoked and never granted again. No! What? As I suspected, you are unaware of this. You better not be guilty or you're gonna ruin your friend's future. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it. I swear it. I'm not a murderer. I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. For example, the fact that you were holding the fucking gun. What was that about, my good sir? Sorry? What do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. But then what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right, so as soon as the trial starts, keep your fucking mouth shut. The judge will pose a certain question to the defense. I forgot about his voice for a second. When that happens, you must answer before anybody else. You must say, I do. Am I getting married? I do. But what will the question be? Surely not, do you accept the accusations brought before you? Oh, that's different. Of course not. You're getting married. Congratulations. Defendant. Oh, that's not his voice. Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. Why are you Russian? It would seem our surreptitious are to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Shut up, bailiff. I'm trying to bond with my mustache. Get moving. There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. Rude, sir. Oh. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on... Oh, it's my boy. I embarked on that unforgettable trial. Okay, now I'm gonna hydrate. I was waiting for a good moment. Okay, I hydrate and stretch break. The one and only chance of proving my innocence, the trial that would decide my destiny. Dun dun dun. It's so slow, I kind of wish I could just, like, auto-fill the text. 9 a.m., Supreme Court of Judicature, Courtroom 2. Oh, no, he's so nervous! Look at my boy! So this is a courtroom. Bow. The Supreme Court of Judicature. No court in the land has more power. You feel it? It's over 9,000 in here. I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. They've all got the same hats on. Lots of military and other uniforms in here. Oh, I guess that makes sense. The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial. A secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? Why? Yeah, same, Ryunosuke. It'll become clear in time, but for now... Was the dude who died like a special agent or some shit? You need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about to begin. Whoa! Whoa! Sick beard, bro. I need... I know. Me and Ryunosuke are on the same fucking page here. Oh god, we needed a voice for the judge. He's very intimidating. This dude needs a fucking Russian accent right here. Look at him. Look at that beard. He's majestic as shit. He's got 2 ship steering wheels on his titties. Where are you steering? The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Okay, so remember how I said there probably weren't going to be very many references to older games? Turns out I was wrong because I forgot about Winston Ouchie. Ouchie? His name is Ouchie? Oh no, that's wonderful. Okay, so like, I guess kind of the quote-unquote joke is that all of these characters are like descendants of, or no, they're ancestors of the earlier Ace Attorney games. This dude, minus his little like top bits, like the little like top ponytail he's got, and obviously different clothes. Picture this man in like a gray suit, and he is a prosecutor. He's like the tutorial prosecutor for almost every single game. And of course, we can't leave him out of this one. Prosecutor Ouchie. Oh, I didn't voice him. Oh, damn it. As is the defense. Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. And this is an unusual circumstance. I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then if I say I do, then I'll be my own lawyer. I need to answer quickly. What should I do? I do. Oh, this is how it gets fucked up, I understand. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who will advocate for his defense. Oh, this is what happened. Oh. Oh, he's so shifty. Oh no, poor son. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself. Oh, look at this. Oh, because that way, if he has his own lawyer, then his friend doesn't get fucked up if he gets accused of murder. But now it means that he can get accused of murder. What are you playing at, Ryunosuke? Professor Mikotoba told me everything, just now before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. They'd dash away. Like a fucking rabbit. How sad. It means you don't have faith. Oh no! No, my beautiful boyfriend, it's okay, I love you, I want to see you succeed. You think I won't be able to get you up? Listen, sir, there will be time for that later. No, it's not that really, it's just... I'm sorry. Oh, I mean, come now. Come now, come on. You think I wasn't gonna... Sir! Get a room, this is a courtroom. Get a different room. Well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you can't get off. I'm sorry. Yes. I knew that's how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial. Okay, I need a voice for this dude. He's gonna be screechy as fuck, and I'm sorry.
Well, well, does the accused admit defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel, really?
Hot boy? Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent he is confident he can speak for himself. Look at him! He's exuding confidence! That's a confident boy right there. Look at him. Not shifty at all. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. Oh, my son. Oh no! Look at his face! In fact, my mind's a complete blank. Yep, this is definitely Phoenix Wright's ancestor right here. He's got the same fucking face. Look at him. Sir, watch what you're doing with that sword, sir. Sir! Watch your sword, sir! Sir! I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered.
Humph. Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed.
As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. Accordingly, it is the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence? What does that mean? He is questioning your ability to do the job. Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. It's okay, my son. Have confidence. It's a tutorial level. You'll be fine. So let's start with the very simplest of questions. Oh, yes. What's 2 plus 2? Shit! Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his names more time than I'd care to remember. But, wait. Ugh, I'm so nervous I can't even remember that. Oh, my son, no. What was it again? Ryunosuke, you dense motherfucker. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank? You know me so well. Gay! All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record. But I can't even find that! Where's the court record? What button is it, Kazuma? You can access the court record with a press of R. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. I just have to press R for the court record? Alright, there's no time to lose. Court record. Nice. Sick pin, brah. R for Are You Gay? This is a list of evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead with R. R. Who are you? You can find details about the victim in here. When you're done, just press B to go back. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. So fucking look at it. Now you'd better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record. There, yeah, I got it. The victim, John H. Wilson. It's a boring name. An X to present, okay? Yes. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson.
Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. You know, the man you fucking murdered?
No, I didn't. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to Yume University 3 years ago. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. That's a long name.
And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. What the fuck? You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yume University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor?
Ugh, but I didn't do it. I feel like they should be objecting to that. I've been watching too much... I've been watching too much Legal Eagle. I feel like they would, like, if this was an actual court, they would have been saying, objection, prosecutor's being a dick. But, you know, like, with actual legal terms. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. Humph. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it? Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. I feel like there's a joke on the tip of my tongue. Like, god damn it, what's that fucking song? I don't remember. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. I'm stressed! The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime with the gun in my hand! Why the fuck was that? Oh dear, look at the time, I'd better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow, then. Partner. Gay. The British Empire. Wow, it's incredible to think. ... Wait. Whomst? I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. You can tell by how white he is. I didn't know his name, but still, I should go and say hello. So I went over to the professor's table. Oh, look at him, he's so cute! He's a little baby. And introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. And then he died. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? He got too lost in the sauce. Evidence? Ah. The autopsy report. I mean, the post-mortem report. Loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. Okie dokie. Cause of death. Well, obviously, that was, look in the court record, motherfucker. Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence. By evidence? But how? You throw it in their fucking face. Find the evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Do it now. Present.
Yes!
Well... It's on one of these fucking sheets of paper. According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma. Oh my god, he's so cute! My son!
Learn to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it.
Sorry, yes, that's right. The, post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. It's kind of fucked, isn't it? But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. I'm just thinking now that, like, if this is a historical drama, we're not gonna have, like, fingerprint evidence and all that, like, fancy science shit you have in the newer Ace Attorney games. So this will be interesting. I'm curious what new shit they introduce. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not gonna be tested on any of this later. Boy! Boy! Don't you want to be a lawyer? Aren't you literally in lawyer school? Oh shit.
This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. I don't know what a photo is. It's a really, really good drawing, I'll tell you that, though. It went right into his titties. You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet point. Oh, damn, real zen. Thank you for the bits. Thank you. Cheering for this man's death, huzzah! You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. That means he was shot at close range. He was shot at close range. That's gonna be important later. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot. I'm telling you guys, I'm a fucking expert. I should be a lawyer. In other words, we can assume the victim was shot at close range. I learned that in the first Ace Attorney game. This isn't my first fucking rodeo. Though I suppose chronologically it is. Really love your streams. Oh, thank you! Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. Modern and scientific. Yes. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. Oh, he's such a baby. New technology. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. You're already ace, now you just have to attorney. I know! I gotta go to lawyer school. And I truly will be the ace attorney. Very well, I am satisfied with your answers. Why is my mouth not moving? What happened? Discord! Oi! Discord free. Okay, there we go. Let us start the trial. Oh, hydrate time. Whoa. Whoa! It is lagging a little bit. What the fuck is happening? Certainly, Your Excellency. Whoa. Whoa! What is happening? Why is it twitching? Discord's exploding. Oh no. Okay, is this better? Is this better? Is this better? So, without further ado, in order to better appraise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened. Ugh. This is it, then. Why is the frame rate bugging out? What the hell? What is happening? Hang on, let me try something real quick. I think, line low, but technology. No! I think Chrome's acting up. 1 second. Refreshing the page. Okay, are we good now? Are we good? I'm just watching his headband, like making sure there's no frame rate bobbles. I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba? Yes. Clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Ah, of course. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Sogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Sticking it in what? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is... rein in that crazy look of bewilderment of yours and control the cold sweats, because my dude, you are... Okay, my bitrate is like being real funky right now, but hopefully that helped. And control the cold sweats. Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first. Your headband is having a party, my guy. It's just going off. Look at this fucking butler! Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please. Okay, we need a voice for a butler. Can I do British? No, he's not a British guy, though. Of course, my name is Satoru Hosonaga. I am the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called Le Carnival. Ah, he's dying! Wow! Damadras, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream squad. I gotta make those smaller now that I'm not playing Katamari anymore. Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, strawberry jam.
He's kind of cute. It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. It should! Yeah, that's what I said. Well, it really, really should.
As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. And dying butlers. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery, 3 days ago. Understood. Hosonaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. At once, sir. And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring? Oh, he's a sweaty is my boy. He's nervous. It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We had a few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied. That fits in with my memory of it, too. There was hardly anyone else in the place. It was when I was in the kitchen putting away crockery and cutlery. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in a chair, with a bullet right in his titties, and immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student. Yeah, don't say yes! Don't say yes to that! My son, no! Hold on, let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up a gun that I found laying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him.
I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections, motherfucker. This court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur.
Well, clearly he didn't see anything. Because he wasn't in the room when the shot happened. Who knows what shenanigans could have happened between then and there. And I'm sure that this whole court case rests on those shenanigans. But the next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, defendant Naruhodo. Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back. Get your fucking boxing gloves on and wreck this shit. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness. Ugh.
If I may confirm one point, waiter.
Standing beside the... I just got it. His name is Ouchie, and then later his name is Pain. Oh my god. I mean, like, I got it, but now I get it. God, this game and the pun names! Woof!
Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today.
Dude, get a throat lozenge. Yes, without question.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
No. There was no one else around that table but the deceased Englishman and the university student.
But did you check under the table?
Huh? Wait, what did he just say? There was no one else around that table? What's the matter, Ryunosuke? That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello... Oh, sus! There was a woman sitting opposite him at his table. Really? And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? Gonna fucking interject, I guess.
Yes!
Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table.
Dear me, what are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud.
I'm not a fraud, I am a student.
Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer at all?
I'm a student, but I'm sure of what I saw. Hosonaga-san, is there any chance that you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy? No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it.
Yeah, he's sus.
think I saw her vent. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please, have a look if you'd like to. Someone take care of this man! Let me see. A sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume. That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. Oh, I can read just enough Japanese to know that the one right next to his nameplate says entrance. Because it looks like a dude walking through a square, so it's like a door. It's like, Iguchi, I think is how you read it. I think. I could be completely fucking wrong. I haven't studied in a long time. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. I have approximate knowledge of some Japanese words, based on seeing them a lot when I lived over there. Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. Thank you, sir. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well, what's on your business card? Does it say Hosonaga Professional Man Killer? Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. He's fucking nervous. There's something written on the back of it that's suspicious. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Oh, he's dying right now. Something certainly seems to have shaken him, not stirred him. The waiter's business card had been entered in the court record. I'm gonna look at that shit. So, YMCA. The court has now heard a precipice? A precipice? Precis? Precis. Precis. How the fuck do you say that word? Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant. The only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at the black and white case here. The defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you.
In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I call this waiter as unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial... What's on the back of his business card? I want to see. Let me look at it. Magnifying glass. Ooh, it's spooky. Ooh. Ooh. See, it says entrance. I was right. What's on the back of it? What's on the back of it? But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial, you'll be fucked where you stand! The prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime.
Well, you just said there were no other people there, so how the fuck do you have a witness? Sir? What do you think I should do, Kazuma? What do you mean? Well, I'm gonna be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? What kind of lawyer are you saying that shit? No! You gotta believe in yourself, Ryu. Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. Oh, stretch break. You know what a peculiarity is? Sticking your hand straight in the air like you just do not care about these court proceedings. It's a joke because I do care quite a bit about my new son and his boyfriend, his hot, eternally billowing boyfriend. You've said it, Professor Mikotoba said it, and so is the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. Push it. As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? Oh! Oh, no! He's hot! You don't trust me? Oh, no. I'm in trouble. What? If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you just going to give up on yourself? Right here in front of your boyfriend, me? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke. We're still in the tutorial phase. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Oh shit, Kazuma! Oh no, wait, shit, I had the desktop audio turned off. Fuck. Yeah, boy! Get him! Get him! Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. Look at him just billowing headband forever. I love him. God. Indeed. Prosecutor Ouchie, please continue with proceedings.
Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many may call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be. I could be your angel or your devil.
Did he just make a meme from the internet? I don't even know what the internet is. It's like the 1900s. What the fuck?
In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. Going to reach into your mouth and pull out your vocal cords like some sort of Final Destination shit. What the fuck? The prosecution calls its next witnesses.
Very well. Officer, bring forth the witnesses at once. I'd like to know how they got fans in this courtroom. Listen, there's weirder things in these games, like the fact that a prosecutor is allowed with a whip in the courtroom. Listen, Francisca's like my favorite character, but still, why was she allowed to have that? And then Apollo Justice, which just has a comical amount of air guitar.
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court.
Oh, look at this fucking dude. Yes, sir! The Great Nippon Imperial Army General Yasunoza. What is that a pun for? Reporting for duty, sir! Look at this dude. He's so long.
In myself, I find employ as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation Nippon, and conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premises in the 2nd District. Curio Korakuda at your service.
Curio, that's cute. An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing. Oh my god, they were roommates.
Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question.
They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned.
And myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always post-noon, and not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curios with which I make my business.
I can't understand what that old man is saying. Me neither, my son, it's okay. He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at Le Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He has wares if you have coin. He obviously targets Le Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer. His head is so flat.
Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Is that correct?
Affirmative! The enemy the enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir! Wait, this guy's making me weird. He's uncomfortable. It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearms, sir! And this man's as impossible to understand as the other. Yes, sir, no, sir. Oh, I get it. I get it. Also, hi. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. So, this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead. Yeah. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? I I've been uncomfortable since the day we walked into this courtroom, which was earlier today. If I'm honest, I was feeling... This boy and I, we are on the same wavelength. Me and Ryunosuke, we understand each other. This boy gets me, I get this boy. That's like I feel like I need to just like take a drink of my water every time he and I just like have the same fucking thoughts. Same brain. Same brain. Here we go. New drinking game. Everybody stay hydrated. Now the court will hear from your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. What? Wait. The fuck was that? Was there a baby noise in there? Sir? Yes, sir, no, sir. Okay, yeah, so yes, sir, no, sir. Haha, fucking weirdo. Anyway. Sir, yes, sir. Standing by to report, sir.
Unsavory memories of a most acerbic afternoon.
Shaking like a fucking leaf. I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman.
At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. Oh, hydrate. Sip. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the... Oh my god, wait, does he like have... I was wondering what that thing he has over his shoulders is. Does he have like a baby on his back? If that's what it is, I'm gonna laugh. And from the back, the cowardly... From the back, you say? From the back, you say?
The cowardly little weasel. I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio.
Whoa! Emergency 9, thank you for the raid! Welcome! Hi, everybody! We're going to court today. We're going back in time and then going to court. Yeehaw! From the back, you say? Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw... Wait, that's not his fucking voice. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. That wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable enemy. God, I can't read.
What time?
Where? Sir! Sir, why do you just have a knife? You should not be allowed to have that in court. Listen, I know my buddy's got a sword, but you're just a regular, like, very long-faced dude. Why do you... Put that away! Rescobar 2011, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream squad. Why did Jay let you in court with that, sir?
What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day.
But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true? Oi! Oi! All I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. Are we sure he's not Edgeworth's, gotta keep forgetting the word ancestor, because there is a certain Mr. Miles Edgeworth who also has a bad habit of picking up weapons at a crime scene and getting his fingerprints all over them. Anyway. Let this be a lesson to you guys. You're watching this? Don't touch guns at crime scenes. Sheesh. After I said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I'd finished, I got up from my new seat to leave the restaurant, or from my seat, when I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. Why did you touch it then, boy? Don't touch weapons at a crime scene! I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it, so I bent down, and just as I was picking it up, at least he knows his trigger safety. Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal... Kazuma, you didn't shoot him, did you? You didn't shoot him, did you, my friend? You didn't do it, did you? Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. Wasn't you, was it, Kazuma? Because you were also there. Hey, Kazuma? Hey, Kazuma? Hey, bud? And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was. There is? Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses. Cross-examine? Do it now. Do it now!
As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses.
There's plenty of fucking room. Get yourself a room, ouchie.
The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring the despicable student to justice.
Certainly, the testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. No, it doesn't. Y'all are blind. Therefore, Can I talk and raise my hand like a good boy? What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst? The defense demands its right to a cross-examination.
Dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimachi headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic.
Rude! Don't talk to my maybe a murderer boyfriend like that. Huh? How did he know?
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
This is the tutorial, sir. I can do whatever I want. The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Kazuma's so commanding. His headband gives him superpowers. Listen, they kind of have to be stupid because it's a tutorial and they want to make it obvious, but it's always just like, my guys, come on. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses. Really want to see Star play Gris. What's that? Is that another game, I guess? Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke. But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination. Don't worry, I'm playing you. I am an ace attorney. I have experience from the future that I have brought to the past. Isn't it obvious you have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements? How? You didn't fire the gun, which means what that soldier said has to be a lie. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it, and the key to doing that is evidence. Right, evidence. All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now let's go, Ryunosuke. Don't let him beat you. You have to beat him up first. Quick, take my sword. All right then, it's all or nothing. He's so cute. Look at him go. Oh my god, my son. Okay, hang on, can I make the text go faster? If I have text skip on, will that just let me, like, press A and go faster? Yeah, there we go. Oh, wait. On the back. Present. Shot in the front. Eat shit. What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting some photographic print in my mustache. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency here. He's so cute.
What nonsense. What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know?
Well, obviously, that, come on, buddy, you can do it. I know what I want to say, but the word just won't come out of my mouth.
Humph. I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom.
Shut the fuck up. God, this is so frustrating. Oh, please. Bitch, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court. Oh, very smooth. Cosimo, what?
What are you talking about?
It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement.
What?
Sergeant Iesanosa. Yes, sir, what, sir? The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir! Affirmative, sir! I witnessed the crime with my very own military-grade eyes, sir! But no, that just can't be! And why not, cadet? Because he got shot in the titties, sir! Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. See that? That bullet hole right betwixt his titties? I'm sorry if it's a dumb joke, I can't help myself. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? Look at my little boy! He's so scared. He's like a baby deer. Who let this baby deer into the courtroom? He's so child? Excuse me? Are we just gonna ignore what just happened there? What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Certainly, there is clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Now you're sweating. Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were firmly fixed on the delicious La Carnival steak, sir! What? The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. I was right! He actually does have a baby on his back! He is hiding it from the court! The court demands to see the child! Show it to me! This witness, Sergeant Iesanosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all.
Ugh. That's absurd.
I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Oh, shit! Oh, that air horn noise is going to come in handy in this game. There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial just from that one discrepancy. Damn, dude. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. Hell yeah, title drop! But I definitely saw him. That university cadet there. He was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back. Don't say yes to that. But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either.
And myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Getting jiggy with it.
Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing?
Getting jiggy with it, I just said. Hunting for treasure.
Treasure? Whoa, dude, you're...
Indeed, the Hoera Koban, my prized coin! On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habitude to place in my bosom pocket a peculiar trinket of interest from my shop Rasute.
In the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you?
On the day under scrutiny, I was to the military man It was to the military man that I proffered my holy treasure. Believe that he would purchase such a rare find I did not, but I was presented with little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished. The koban vanished. Hunting around under the table I was, in case mayhap it had fallen there. And then it happened. A fucking gunshot.
You heard the gunshot, you mean?
Indeed I did, but he heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my absconded Hoey treasure. Nothing could distract me.
Whoa, super zoom in. Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end?
No.
I see.
That lamentable day, the precious Hoey koban was lost to me. No doubt some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself.
No shit lovers quarrel. As I'm sure everyone that's present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive, no matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British. It would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position, Prosecutor Ouchie?
Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. What's that mean? My witnesses have further testimony to make.
This is kind of a jam. Nice music. Explain.
Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could have possibly committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Ugh. Very well, the court invites the witnesses to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear?
As clear as Kiriko glass, Your Excellency.
Yes, sir! At once, sir! Awaiting signal to testify, sir!
Baby.
Excuse me, but there's something, or someone, peeking out over your shoulder, I think. Affirmative! The newest member of the Nosa family to rise through the ranks, sir! Name Ido. Oh, he's cute. It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. Ah ha 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 ha! Get him! Ido, tension! Your father is about to quell the enemy! Watch and learn, my boy! Wipe your nose. Okay, say your shit. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing.
Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was, that young lad in black, that much myself I did see. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Indeed, alone he was the Englishman, dining all by himself.
Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out. Did the baby do the crime? Possibly. Two babies in the courtroom. Yeah, there's the other one. Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all.
Please, enough of these outbursts already.
But there was a woman. There was a young woman at his table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her.
If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly, you little bitch.
Whoa!
We're not here to listen to your fantasies.
Ugh.
It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact.
Who's taking these pictures? Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, counsel? Okay, there's gotta be something here.
Indeed, of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. As can be plainly seen, there's only one place set.
The chair's pulled out, though. The other chair. A little bit. Looks like? Maybe? Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. That doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record. Carbonated water steak lunch, okay. There's gotta be some. Wait. There's gotta be something. Okay, we have to... This is gonna teach me how to press people. I don't understand. What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman. She was a ghost. The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubt.
These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Taketsuchi Aochi, would have contributed to the amity of these two great empires is an honor.
Oh, buddy, no. It's okay. We're gonna figure this out. I just want to give him a little pat on the shoulder. Oh, bud. How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. Stand tall, Rinosuke. It's not over yet. What? If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now it is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth, like I'm about to draw my sword and cut these two to ribbons. In your cross-examination. I don't know, Kazuma. The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick, understood?
Rules can be so unbending at times.
Ugh. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. Okay, so I already read all this, so I have to... Visual search is okay. Yes! It may be true that I was holding the gun at that point in time, but I told you already that's only because I picked it up off the floor.
Well, obviously, as the culprit, that's the only way you could explain it away.
I had just finished drinking my coffee and I was about to leave the restaurant when... I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. And at exactly that moment... a gunshot rang in my ears.
Humph. Full of events beyond our control, life is.
Sorry? What do you mean?
In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated this testing predicament.
Put that knife away!
Whereas, conversely, I failed to pick up the koban from the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result. Anyway, the fact remains, myself, I did not see you. With pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner.
Or maybe it did see you? Yes! I'm just gonna press everything until they give me something. There's something else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there.
As As you have been at pains to point out time and time again, I'm feeling a growing callus in my ear. Gross. And yet no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman. Yeah. Only there have been more people dining there at the time than someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. And the quiet time between lunch and dinner at any restaurant. I know, of course the place was almost empty, it's what you'd expect. Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of time to eat. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day, and why he was alone. Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason. Oh, give me some shit. There was? This was found in the victim's jacket pocket. What is that, Counsel? It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at the clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. Hotel... That's a fucking reference to another game. Oof. I'm getting war flashbacks. That fucking doctor. Or at least it sounds very familiar. I forget if that was his actual name. Yes, it would appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th November, noon to past 1 p.m. The very day of the incident. So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case. I wonder. What do you think, Ryunosuke? It's gonna say something like, he shouldn't, don't drink carbonated water, and then I'm gonna be like, objection, he shouldn't have been drinking carbonated water, the steak belonged to the lady. Well, it's hard to see how it could be related, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful. Yes, gimme. Yes! If I may, I'd like to ask for that medical report to be, card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. On what grounds? I want it. The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern. They could be. Whether or not they are of concern is up for us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues. Get him! Get him, Kazuma! I beg your pardon? You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Very well. The court will grant the defense's request. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's a most disturbing trend. Boo! Fuck you. Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record. Let me see it, let me see it, let me see it, put it in my eyes. Oh, what, I can't look at it? Fuck. Wait. Oh, I was thinking maybe it said which pocket it was in. What we need right now is new clues. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first. Right, I hear you. You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like, but it's only the day after the festival already for you. Or perhaps you'd forgotten that these witness testimonies leave no room for doubt. I mean, they've left room for doubt once already. Alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Did I already press that one? No, not that one. Yes! So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? Okay, Boomer. The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone. That I did. Forgive me for the position I place you in. So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Oxford comma, motherfuckers! Isn't that interesting? And let us not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support their statements as well. As can clearly be seen, there is only a single beefsteak on the victim's table, a meal for one. No. The antiques dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. But if so, then why? If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea.
Yes! Why weren't you telling the truth? What? What did you say, cadet? Clearly remember. Yeah, we get it. There was a woman sitting across him at the table. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed. But for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible. Unfortunately for you, Defendant Naruhodo, it's just not the case of these two witnesses alone. Sorry? The waiter, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone. That's right.
Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent of this phantom lady.
But I...
As if such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof. And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It is a blatant waste of the court's time.
Nothing I can say to that. Excellent work, Rinosuke. We've gleaned some new information now. Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before. Oh, you mean this? Show me what's inside it. I want to read it. Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence, so perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. I would love to. I already tried that. This is not my first rodeo. You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. Those are the ones you may examine. Press A and you can... Okay, yeah. I tried to do this earlier and it didn't let me. Ooh, 3 dimensions. To rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles. Gimme. By using l. You can move the crosshairs around to hunt for clues. Yeah, I get it. Start to pulsate. Press A to investigate further. Yeah, I get it. Let me do it. Let me do it. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. I would love to. It's not gonna let me yet, though. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Use I hate clinics, almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries. Aren't they all the same? When I was 5, I caught the only cold I've ever had in my life. And I remember, even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection on my right arm. Ugh, I'll never forget it, never in my whole life. Most people would give their right arm to have only had one cold in their whole life. Anyway, I don't think this is a clinic where they treat people for illnesses like that. Let's keep looking for clues. Yes. Open. Thank you. Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day of the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical... Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is! Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used the laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you from feeling pain. Ah, there's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure. There it is, there it is, there it is! Really? Sounds like the information worth bearing in mind. Yeah, we got him. Got him! With this new information, the meaning of that one particular statement totally changes. Oh no, it's all in Japanese. So I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you? Definitely. Get him. Get him! Get him! Yes! Get him! I love how he just like raises his hand like he's in a classroom. He's like, I would like to speak now, please.
Well, I think, what are you wittering about, lad? You call yourself a lawyer?
I wish I could, but first and foremost, here, I'm the accused. Ryunosuke, everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Thanks, Kazuma. He's so cute! I hope he doesn't betray me! I could see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully. You knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. Hot. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. All right, and thanks for the advice. Deep breath, my son. Korikuda-san, this is a medical report belonging to the victim.
I see, and I don't see. What of it, boy? Boy?
Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement, something clearly doesn't add up.
Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur?
Sorry, what?
You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel. Shut the fuck up.
Objection! Shut the fuck up. But...
Let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant.
Oh, really? Yeah, but that's, Remember, Ryunosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point. And then stab it through his heart. Make him really feel it. Damn, Kazuma.
Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There is surely no need to prolong this trial further. The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else besides this pale-faced pupil who could have possibly
Damn, get him. This medical report card has nothing to do with the case. Do you really believe that?
What? That outburst half petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant?
Perhaps because Hota Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic.
A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me?
Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted?
What's this now?
And furthermore, if I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating. Oh, just what are you trying to say, cadet? He had orders not to eat, so what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off.
What? No, that can't.
Korikuda-san.
What, boy, what?
As you just heard, when he was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all.
No.
Additionally, there's more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case. Gah. Because the victim, as we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of anesthetic. Come on, I pressed the button. Yeah! Get him! Get him! Gah! Expertly done, partner. Yeah, call me partner.
Objection! What is this nonsense, you little upstart?
These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. Look at this fucking steak. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table. Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about, or can't you follow the logic? How dare you! I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. Man, I am gonna get so much use out of that air horn button. Wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke? Yes, most definitely. So having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who in fact was eating the pictured beefsteak? The ghost! The court will now hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel? Counsel? Oh, that means me, doesn't it? Alright, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of your turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of. I'm made of air horns and... I don't know. The person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been... me! 'Twas my steak! I mean, we're insisting that there was another lady there, so that has to be it. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table. You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person. There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. Air horns and sweat. Got it. Yep, that's it. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial, relentlessly. Oh, damn, Kazuma, get him! Kazuma? Are you insane? You would take on the government? Yeah, he's got a fucking sword, look at him. Don't worry, counsel, I have no issue with you.
What do you mean?
I have issue with them, those two witnesses on the stand.
What?
What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury. Perjury? And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing.
Complicit in murder?
No! You could have just been disobeying the dentist, but you can't disobey the dentist because they're dentists. Negative. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. I was just following orders.
That's right, as the man says. Just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they,
told us.
Oh.
What? What did you just say, Korikuda-san?
Oh, no.
You were just following orders.
Now hold on, lad. I was,
Say you never saw the gentlewoman. Ugh. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas? What?
Objection! What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? I had nothing to do with it. Is this true, you pair?
Just one simple slip of the tongue. Over and over and over again. Order, order. Counsel, explain what is going on here. It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. You motherfucker!
Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this.
Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? That's classified. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? Get him! Get him! You wouldn't. This can't be happening. Ryunosuke, judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Ouchi had any idea about it. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence... Little Spoons, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream squad. To wield that kind of influence, it must be Yui from K-On! There are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. Place your bets now, everybody! Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. But how? How can we possibly? Remember how we made progress before? We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new— It was the fucking butler! Fucking butler, calling it now! He's like undercover cop or some shit. We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose. I want answers, so do I, Mr. Judge. Flip it over. I knew it. Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division. There it is. There it is. There it is, everybody. I want answers. If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe.
Please, wait. Your Excellency. I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god. I knew nothing.
And what does the evidence have to say about all this, Well, Your Excellency. No time to think. I'm just gonna have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my head. Besides prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is... the motherfucking butler! Pachoo! Well, surely that would be Satoru Hosonaga-san. Hosonaga-san? The waiter who took the stand earlier? Poppycock! What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not have possibly had that level of influence. For once, I would agree with you. If, that is, the man truly were a waiter. What? If he truly were? Come on, Ryunosuke. Time to hit this court with the truth. The truth about Satoru Hosonaga-san's real identity is proven by this evidence. Skabam. Got him! Got him! I'm not sure what this is supposed to prove, Counsel. I think, Your Excellency, what this proves is not the true nature of the waiter, but the true nature of the accused. Sorry? A blackguard who would stoop to presenting irrelevant evidence to incriminate an innocent man. That is the true nature of this rookie. What? Wasn't that not it? Was that not it? Did I present the wrong thing? Because it has it on the back. Oh, maybe I have to examine it. Well, that's unexpected. Yeah, I guess I had to examine it first so it updates the evidence. Oops. I thought I could just look at it. Look, do you see it says the witness's name here? Satoru Hosonaga. Yes, well, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point. It's not the name that's unexpected. It's his job title. His job. Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Inspector? What on earth? I have no idea. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence. If they're wielding it somehow here... Yep, okay, fine. Now it's updated, so now I can do it again. Come on. I had it right. It should have let me have that. Maybe it was to present it, or to prevent from just fucking wild guessing. But still. Yes! Flip over the business card, goddammit. The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. I agree it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency, that's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest. I beg your pardon? Or perhaps I should have said the front? Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is. My son. It's okay, baby. Would someone please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say? Hosonaga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession, his true profession. The waiter's profession? But that's surely... Good gracious! That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before? The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses there on the stand.
Gil.
Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Well... Oh, it's the fucking waiter. It's the fucking waiter. He's gonna bust in. It's a waiter! There he is! Inspector Hosonaga. I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well. Is it a problem? Yeah, we already saw this. Of course. Here you are. Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake. Why'd they make him so hot, though? Come on, guy.
So, you mean to say, you really are a detective?
But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? He's undercover! Ah, of course, your salary must be terrible! Oh, buddy! I was working undercover. Undercover? Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. That's gonna come up again later. Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga. But you will elaborate on one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would also have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct? Correct, Your Excellency. Unbelievable! As I suspected. As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady, who I guessed to be an Englishwoman. So the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the Bureau. It was then that I received some special orders. Oh, it goes even higher up! Special orders? You mean to say, remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once. It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders. But what if this Englishwoman was the killer? I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. Not in my best interest. The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect, well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case. But it's not right! Corruption in the courthouse because of politics. Politics in my court game? More likely than you think. One possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean, Kazuma? Yume University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain, and I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory, is a young Englishwoman. Ooh, what? You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour. You mean, when I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first. Then the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. The Englishwoman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett. She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of Yume University's medical faculty.
What? What is happening here?
I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene, and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. I must now be up to Your Excellency to decide how to deal with this situation. Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point. Yeah, you can object, fuck you.
But Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send the telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions.
Suck it up, ouchie! Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other influence the proceedings of my courtroom.
Ugh.
Inspector Hosonaga. Yes, sir. You will locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with utmost urgency. At once, Your Excellency.
But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau.
Well, I can't do fuck all shit about that, can I? As I said before, this is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly. And yet you put us in this situation in the first place! Because you made people fucking lie and commit perjury in the courtroom! That doesn't seem very flawless to me! Oh, I'm getting... my voice is all hoarse. I almost inhaled my water, I was so pissed off. So it won't be a problem? Yeah, me too, dude. Oh, who are you gonna punch with that fist? Nothing will get in my way. Except maybe this crippling disease that makes me continuously cough up blood. Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student Giselle Brett to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. Your Excellency!
Good. Then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening. Oh shit, it's a two-parter! Nice, 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 nice. I'm gonna go on Twitter real quick. Save my current progress? Fuck yeah. I'm going to retweet. My Twitter announcement. Let's do this shit! I would love to finish this before my 8 o'clock usual ending stream, but I don't think that's gonna happen. There's my boy. I love him. I hope he's not a sumbitch. I don't think he's a sumbitch at this point. I feel like he's got my back. It wouldn't really make sense for him to betray me because his life is, or not his life, but like his study abroad is on the line here too. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. That was superb. Yeah, my heart was in my mouth the entire time. It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there. You were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth. It was a grim sight, but before I knew it, you'd started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer. Forget it! It's terrifying! If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again. Don't say that! I love him. I hope he's not a bastard, man. Anyway, it looks like we've exposed your phantom lady at last. Hydrate! Sip, sip. Let's do this, chat. Ms. Giselle Brett, a student from Great Britain, is she? That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young woman with him, like I've been saying all along. Yes, you have, haven't you? I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I am sure of. Yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. Did you see what happened with that? No, I didn't see any of it. I was just on my way out of the restaurant myself. Hey, Mirror Sketch, thank you for the raid! Welcome to the courtroom! Hi! I was just on my way out of the restaurant myself. Then, on the floor next to Dr. Wilson's table, I noticed there was a gun lying on the floor, and just after I bent down and picked it up... Hello, hello, welcome. We're trying to prove that we're not a murderer. I didn't have time to think about the sound of the gunshot had come. Or, I didn't have... I can speak English. The waiter ran over to me looking as white as a sheet, and he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen. Fast thinking by the detective, he apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay. Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside the dining area. Ah, there you are. Well done, both of you. Is this the dude again? Oh, fuck. I already forgot his voice. Professor Mikotoba. Well, it seems I was right. The pair of you make an outstanding team. You've exceeded my expectations, I have to say. Yes, it seems you planned this from the start. You arranged things so I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial. You son of a bitch. Our modern country is still in its infancy, our justice system even more so. Which is why... I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all they can. I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled. Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, if I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the... Best friend? Kazuma, come on! Can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life. I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway. What? What are you saying, Kazuma? So that's your stance. I was afraid you'd feel that way. I keep forgetting his voice. Kazuma! Well then, it looks like all that comes down to you, young man. Oh, they're looking at me. To me? Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I must say I very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case. Come to think of it, he said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim? Oh my god, they were roommates. Yes, I did. He was my roommate. As you're probably aware, Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at UME. And it was I who invited him. Oh, I see. Oh my god, they were roommates. I didn't know that before. Anyway, you're about to go into battle. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible. But let's not forget who we're going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide. She's probably like the daughter of somebody important. Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quash your case. Like a squash, you know, the vegetable. But I've no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight right to the last. Best of luck. Thank you. Now then. I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something I think we may need. She's so cute still. What's your name? What's your name? You're adorable. Of course. Good luck, Kazuma-sama. Ooh. Defendant Naruhodo! Court recess is over. Please make your way back inside the courtroom at once. It's time. Let's get back to it, partner. Stop calling me partner. You're making me blush, Kazuma. Let's get in there and deal a decisive blow before those old fossils know what hit them. I'm gonna hit them with my sword. Kazuma, no! Kazuma? What? Thank you. Really. What for? Well, if you hadn't said you believed in me, then I'm fairly sure I'd have already been found guilty by now. Look, I have faith in you. As a lawyer and as a friend. Coming from you, that means a lot. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really gonna give up on his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of true friend he is. Friend! So this isn't just my battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely cannot afford to lose. Just call him boyfriend. Anytime he says the word friend, I'm just gonna sub in the word boyfriend. Alright then. I'll save the thank yous for after the trial. He's so cute! I hope he's not actually a bastard! I love him! You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Yume Cafeteria on Bakery Street. Or on University Street, where'd I get bakery from? With an extra large portion, of course. And as a boyfriend. Yeah, come on, Kazuma. The court hereby resumes the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Just how badly can I pronounce his name in this accent? It's a challenge to myself. Prosecutor Auchi, have you managed to subpoena the witness?
Yes, Your Excellency, against all odds.
Consider the witness subpoenaed. And thanks to a certain young stripling, the prosecution is now under rather painful scrutiny from the government. Sorry. Don't be sorry. He deserves it. Oh, hydrate. Let the government scrutinize. That's their job. It's nothing to worry about.
It's highly unlikely that the good relations we've forged with Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed. Will you still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down and our nation founders?
Ryu Naruto. No. Believe it. Again, terribly sorry. If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on. Damn! There it is. Sometimes there's a few seconds of lag between when I press the button and when the sound actually plays. And it's just awkward staring at it. You really have nothing to worry about, Ryunosuke.
What do you mean?
A secret trial, anxiety over some foreign government's opinions, a bungled investigation, missing witnesses. Is this what our nation's justice system is? Is this the Supreme Court of Japan or of England? Oh shit.
Shut up! Shut up, you jumped-up rookie boy! You and your friend know nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in. By aligning ourselves with this great world power, we'll become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical. Steady political maneuvering is what will secure our futures.
I won't deny that I'm no expert. I'm just a student, and one who could arguably study harder too. But standing here now in our Supreme Court, there is one thing that I feel very strongly. The prosecution's a little bitch! A country that fails to uphold the truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all. That too! What he said. Well said, Ryunosuke. Despite the wide-eyed look of terror.
You little brats!
Thank you, counsel. This court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice system and exists solely for pursuance of truth. With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand. The visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Giselle Brett.
Yes. Your Excellency!
Yeah, whack your head on that table. Jostle your— Whoa! Untitled Goose Game. Oh, damn, she's got theme music.
What?
Bro.
Well, what a delight it is to welcome such a fine gentlewoman to Japan, and from such a distant land.
Tea! Someone bring English tea! In England, no discussions take place without tea! Is that true? No idea.
So, could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court?
Of course. Wow, damn it, I missed it. I have been working undercover as the head waiter at Le Carnival.
Yes, we know all about you already.
Inspector Hosonaga, where are your manners? In England, it's always ladies first. God damn. Is that true? No idea. More importantly, a little earlier today, you said something to me. You said your powers of observation are the one thing you're sure of. Oh, yes, I think I did, didn't I? Yet your description for this amazing sight was simply a woman. Sorry, Ryunosuke, but powers of observation aside, your powers of description are solely lacking. He's not interested in women! Guilty.
So, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please.
Oh, she needs a cool voice. Oh? She speaks in cursive! Oh, you know what? I bet she doesn't speak Japanese, does she? And we're all speaking Japanese.
I'm terribly sorry, dear lady, but what?
He speaks cursive too. Cursive. The lady says her name is Giselle Brett. She comes from London, England. She's a visiting research student, currently enrolled at Yume University's medical faculty.
Oh my, what a rare treat to hear the dulcet tones of the delightful language of the British people.
British accent, please? Oh, I'm not very good at a British accent. This is gonna be bad.
I'm afraid I don't understand a word you said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird's song.
As far as I can tell. The detective is translating her words faithfully enough. Yes, I agree. You'll obviously do fine in England, Kazuma. Her English doesn't rattle you at all, does it? Nor you. You've clearly been paying attention in your English classes, Ryunosuke. Yay! The court thanks the beautiful lady for taking the stand. Now, if we may trouble you to confirm something, Miss Brett. 3 days ago, at the restaurant called Le Carnival, a grim murder took place. Did you know? The court has been led to believe that you were dining there with the victim, Dr. Wilson, at the time. Is that correct? Cursive. Cursive, 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 cursive. Don't you guys know that's what English sounds like? She says yes. This could take some time. So even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese. She'd like to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She says that it was due to make a presentation at the university, so she had to leave immediately. Interesting, when you're the one who engineered her escape. I was just following special orders from the Bureau.
Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind as to cast your eyes over this photographic print? See the man who got shot in the titties? Seeing as you were so unfortunately present at the scene of the crime, could it be that your resplendent eyes caught sight of the wicked perpetrator, perhaps? A cursive, cursive, cursive.
Apparently it was very frightening and sorrowful sight. You mean to say, yes, it would appear that the lady did witness the crime. The very moment when the accused, standing right there in this courtroom, shot the victim in cold blood. Of course she'd say that, 'cause she's a real killer. Order in the court.
Did you hear that, Your Excellency? Here we have an absolutely conclusive witness statement.
Well, it looks like it's clear now. Clear who our real enemy is. I'm gonna cut her in half. Unfortunately, I will have to ask you formally to testify, if you please. Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful sight you described.
Okie dokie.
I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. The professor wasn't able to eat, so I ordered for myself only, a beefsteak. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor, and they got into a fierce argument. Then, not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes. I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit. Bring out the fucking sword, my guy! Let's go! No, I didn't have any kind of argument with the professor at all.
Objection!
Hang on, I'm checking something. Beep, 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 beep. Okay.
Quiet, you filthy wretch! Whoa! Look at you black-hearted blackguard! And look at this snow-white—
Whoa, bro, come on.
I'm sure even a dark-minded scoundrel like you can imagine whose words the court is going to believe.
Yuck. You're still making the same mistakes, Ryunosuke. You mustn't blurt out when you're goaded like that. That's a lesson you'll need to learn. Ugh, but he's so annoying. Of course I was on the scene as well. I took statements from this lady and the two witnesses who testified before and reported back to the Bureau. It was decided that Miss Brett was not involved, so I let her go. But the goose does! The goose has the gun! No, listen, it's a fucking goose. I know it's a swan, it's a goose because I need to be able to make Untitled Goose Game references. The testimonies of the last two witnesses were completely worthless, however. Well, even so, on the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today. As you can see, there is nowhere about her person where she could conceal— There's so many places she could conceal a firearm! There's so much fucking real estate in that— It's free real estate up in that hat! She's got like a whole feather bustle? Bruh! I would think she could hide a gun almost anywhere. Yeah, exactly! Exactly! Okay, everybody drink because me and my boy are on the same page now.
Unless and until the precise location where the witness is to have hidden a weapon that can be shown, this is moot.
There are no pockets in my outfit, though I have nowhere to hide a gun.
Got a huge fucking hat, though.
Those are the witness's own words on the matter. That's ridiculous! If only I was allowed to lip up her dress, I could prove it. Whoa there, boy. Don't think about doing anything rash, Rinosuke. But I didn't fire the gun I picked up! There must have been another gun there that day. You're right about that, which means this lady was hiding a gun somewhere. Yes, that's what we have to prove now. And to do so, we will need to pull her testimony apart. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Oh, yes, Your Excellency. Get him. Get him. Also, hydrate real quick. Sip. Arrange for me to a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson. Got into a fierce argument. Oh, not present. Press. Yes! Hibism. I never got into an argument with the professor. All I did when I noticed him was go over and say hello. Please don't get angry with me. No, I wasn't directing that retort at you. It was meant for the lady next to you. But anyway, as I said, I did not argue with the professor. I'm afraid your words are in vain. Sorry? Miss Brett does not appear to speak Japanese. Then translate for her. No, of course not. Japanese is such a cumbersome language anyway. English is the future. We must also speak. Whoa. He talks like my high school students used to. Speak English. And I'm like, yeah, English, bud. Oh, I'm getting flashbacks to my English classes with my kiddos. Oh. I wonder if the prosecution will feel that way forever, if only in the presence of a beautiful woman. Well, that beautiful woman is telling blatant lies with a completely straight face. I have to find something that will unravel her testimony, no matter how seemingly insignificant it may be. Anyway, it seems after the argument, the accused briefly returned to his own seat. That part ties in with what you said, doesn't it? Yes, I still had some coffee to drink. And the next time you got up after that was when I'd finished my coffee and stood up to leave. The accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes. Yes. Oh yeah? Say more about that. Like I said, I did not shoot that gun. And like I said, there's no point in repeating that assertion over and over. Well, I wasn't expecting to be attacked by my own side.
Nevertheless, defendant, you can't deny that when the shot rang out in the restaurant, you had a gun in your hand.
Well, yes, that's true, but all I did was pick up the gun on the floor next to the professor as I was leaving the restaurant. So I'm noticing something really cute that he does. When he's not confident, after he slaps the desk, he kind of like looks down at his hand. And then when he is confident, like later when he gets more confidence in what he's saying and like it's actually starting to ramp up, he's gonna stop doing that. It's just a really nice little animation detail. It's body language, baby. Body language, baby. Pay attention to it. It's good for you. In fact, yes, there was someone much closer to the victim than me at that time. The highly suspicious lady.
That will do, you dirty, rotten scoundrel.
Dirty?
Your baseless accusations could very well cause an international incident, boy!
It seems to me that your accusation is just as baseless as ours.
What nonsense.
The lady is merely stating what she saw. Her mask also can blink. And this is already an international incident as far as I'm concerned anyway. Yes! It's all very well saying that, but could you prove it? Absolutely. I verified it You verified it? Yes, immediately after the incident, I checked to make sure the lady was not carrying a weapon. I distinctly remember her saying, "I'm not." Bruh! That's all you did? You just asked her? Surely you carried out a physical search, Inspector. No. You can't frisk a lady. Obviously.
The Honorable English Gentlewoman clearly stated that she did not possess a weapon. There was obviously no need for any further probing into the matter.
Or there was no permission given for any further probing into the matter, perhaps.
Think what you will. But if you're going to continue with this preposterous claim that the refined lady was concealing a firearm, the prosecution demands that you support your assertion with facts.
In other words, he wants evidence. Ugh. The goose pulled the trigger. The lady wishes to point out that of course she wanted to stay and assist with the investigation, but she was in a hurry to give a presentation at the university, so she was compelled to leave. Yeah, sure, I'm sure that my first priority after watching a professor get shot would definitely also to leave and go give a presentation at a university. Like, what the fuck? Not to mention that your office had told you to get the woman out of there. Not get her out of there, I just urged her to leave. The lady would like to point out that she is in no way meant to run away from the scene of the crime. Which is why she is only too happy to cooperate and testify here in court today, of course.
Unlike a certain student who refuses to admit when the game is up. You could at least have the courtesy to pay attention when I'm goading you.
Ah, shut the fuck up, Ouchie. So she's maintaining that you got into an argument with the professor at the end of which you shot him. Which is an out-and-out and totally unfounded lie. Still, her statement is very compelling. After all, she's an elegant, refined, young, and beautiful gentlewoman from Great Britain. Which makes her clearly the most suspicious person here! In stark contrast to you, dressed from head to toe in a dull black school uniform. I'm dressed exactly the same way you are, except for the flapping red ribbons. Good, we're acknowledging that. Well, anyway, this is our only chance to expose her testimony as the fiction that it is. If we can't do that, the trial's over. Even you with your thick skin must be able to feel the murderous looks you're getting from around the room. Only too well. I feel half dead already. And the fact that I can't see a single inconsistency in her testimony isn't making me feel any better either. The first thing to do is press her on any of her statements that seem even slightly off to you. He is a simp! Fucking simp! Do that and an opening will present itself, I promise you. That's the word for it. I need to expose the true face of this exotic foreigner that's hiding behind the mask. That's what I should be aiming for in this cross-examination. Alright, we gotta keep pressing shit. Yes! Okay, what were you meeting with him about? Tell me more. Tell me more facts. After 2 p.m., in fact. That's really a quite late lunch, isn't it? Yeah, well, we already know he had a dentist appointment.
You don't keep up with the latest fashions from Britain, do you? Late luncheons are en vogue, isn't that right?
No.
No? Ugh.
A decisive British no has quite a sting to it. The gentlewoman is currently working in the victim's research laboratory, it seems. So it was apparently a daily occurrence that they would have lunch together. But on the day in question, the victim had another appointment at the clinic first. Yes, which we can prove from the medical report card that was submitted as evidence earlier. That's right. Miss Brett and the victim went to lunch following the victim's treatment, which is why it was so late. Yes, that all makes perfect sense.
Such wonderful logic. What a shining example of English intelligence this fine gentlewoman is.
Okay, cool it, simp. So you both arrived at the restaurant. What happened next? Okay, let me look through the court record. Let's see what else we can see. look at these buttons. Buttons. Yes! A beefsteak. What is it with Ace Attorney and beefsteaks? He was unable to eat, you say? And that was because he just had a tooth removed at the Hada Clinic, correct? That's right. You're supposed to actually check with the witness before answering. Was Miss Brett aware of that fact? It seems so, yes. She'd heard that the professor was to have some dental treatment. So that would mean that it was you who ate the steak pictured here. Is that right, Miss Brett? That's right, yes. The print you have there shows the table exactly as... I don't think that's wine. I think that's like the bottle of whatever they were drinking. They said it was carbonated water earlier. But wait. Why is the plate in front of him then? That's what I'm looking at. Why was he in her chair apparently? So either he moved or he was placed there. After the crime. But why? The print you have there shows the table exactly as it was left after the horrifying events. Exactly as it was left.
Dear me, what a harrowing experience. To have traveled to a distant land on the far side of the world.
I bet I have to press the statement about her ordering with the fact that the steak is in front of him. Well, technically behind him, but it's at his seat.
Have no fear, my dear lady. I swear I will crush the evil fiend that has subjected you to this terrible plight.
So, the victim, Dr. Wilson, had nothing to eat or drink at all? That's right, other than some carbonated water. Just water? Yes, the professor was unable to eat, but he had been given permission to drink water. So it appears that the diners toasted their lunch with a glass of water each, so where's her glass? They each raised a glass of carbonate. Yeah, add that to the testimony, please. Yes, please, add that to... It's very meaningful. Give it to me. That last statement of yours, Miss Brett, has a profound bearing on this case.
Well, well, how fascinating. Do tell us, what is this profound bearing,
It's okay, boy, it's okay, we got this! The significance of the statement will become apparent when the time is right. The defense calls for the witness's last statement to be formally added to the testimony.
Humph. Well sidestepped, counsel.
Very well, Miss Brett. Kindly repeat what you just said to be added to your official testimony. Gladly, she said. That was brilliant, Kazuma. I'm gonna remember that one. Which one? The significance will become apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase. I'd hope there are some more useful tips you're picking up from this experience than that, Ryunosuke. Okay. And the professor and I said cheers over a glass of carbonated water, but there was only one glass of water at the scene of the crime! That's it! Let me just confirm something, please. It's to do with this photographic print. Look at this photographic print! Just a short while ago, you spoke of this print showing the victim's table at the crime scene, that it was exactly as it was left. This music is cool. That is correct, the lady says. Well, that is, it's odd. Very odd.
Dear me, what's odd is the defense's inability to express itself.
Ugh. Ryunosuke, what is it about the print that looks odd to you? Well, obviously, it's the cheers. The cheers? Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But if that's true, there should be 2 glasses on the table, not 1. You're quite right, Counsel. There's only 1 glass pictured here.
Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over minutia? What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on the case?
Big difference, bruh. Minutia, you say? Could it be that the detective here removed a glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence? Of course not. I would never do something so reckless. You've done plenty of reckless things in this trial, my dude. But there should have been 2 glasses on the table. Or are you gonna try and tell me you can clink with only 1? The sound of 1 glass clinking. You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table.
Cursive, 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 cursive.
Inspector, what did the lady say? It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table. What? It was also horrifying, everything that happened. I panicked and thought I should try to hide the fact I had been there at all, she's saying. Good gracious.
Sorry.
Oy.
There, as I assured the court before, this is of no consequence at all.
Oh, please.
We must remember that this student had just murdered this lady's luncheon companion before her very eyes. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or 2 in her state of disarray?
That's absurd.
Oh, really? So how do we take it that you are now going to accuse this vulnerable young and beautiful woman of mischief?
What? No. This can't be put down to mischief. This murder. I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene.
Cursive, 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 cursive.
It would seem that she slipped it into a small handbag. She could have put the gun in the handbag! She had a place to hide a gun! A handbag, you say? Yes, Your Excellency. A small handheld pouch commonly carried by well-to-do women in England. They could have had a gun in it!
So the beautiful lady has very graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now.
Gato Gordo Art, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream, squad. Get out of here, notification.
How and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that this glass has absolutely no bearing on this case. This student has been trying to confuse the court with illogical reasoning, but in the end it comes to nothing. No more pretentious accusations. You have wasted enough time already.
Indeed, the lady has offered a satisfactory explanation as to why she removed the glass. I think henceforth we can consider the matter to have no bearing on the case. It's got a big bearing on the case! Fuck you, Judge! Counsel for the defense, are you in agreement? Fuck no, we're not. Well, I don't know, really. If you want to pursue this matter further, you're going to need to show that it has some deeper significance. Yes, you're right. So she took the glass in her handbag. If there's a deeper significance there, it's the handbag? Wait, the lady put the glass in her handbag, you say?
Yes, do try to keep up. It's already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags for small items.
Let me see. A little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. But what she forgot to mention was her handbag, in which it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun. Oh, you're right. Well done, partner. I had a feeling you'd pick up on that too.
What are you insinuating, you vile blackguard?
It's really very simple. The gunshot was heard when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire that gun, we can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will.
I will.
Get him. You can't seriously be suggesting... Inspector Hosonaga. Yes? Did you or did you not search Miss Giselle Brett's handbag on the day of the murder? No, sir, I did not. As I thought. In other words, another gun, the one that was actually used to kill the professor, could have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag. We don't have a motive for her, though.
No!
Order, order, order!
What is the meaning of this, Inspector?
The meaning of what, Prosecutor Ouchie?
Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag and show you the contents at the time? What are you, a fucking simp? Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations.
Brilliant work, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask. Do you think so, Kazuma? Oh, he's dying. He's dying now. Rip. Well, what a sorry situation. Clearly you have no faith in the police. You haven't given me much reason to have faith in you, bruh. As I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shooting. Simply because... it was unnecessary.
Unnecessary in what way?
I ought to thank the student lawyer, really. I have a piece of evidence here that I'd completely forgotten about. This photographic print. Oh, it's a clear handbag. Uh-oh. Wait, what's the fucking tattoo? This print is of a photograph. This print is of a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after the shooting. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag. Well, I never. You can see right through to what's inside. Wait, if the photographs were taken, but you just whipping out cameras everywhere? That's right. Apparently, meshwork bags like these are the height of fashion in London at the moment. So the contents are clearly visible. Exactly, so there was no need to search the lady's handbag. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious. Yeah. As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt here. Thank you for helping to prove that, Naruhodo-san.
Fuck you.
Yeah! Oh no, he dead! Order! Order! Inspector Hosonaga, you will submit that print as evidence at once. Certainly, Your Excellency. Alright, let's take a look at that shit. You see, he's got something on his wrist. It's like a bull. That's gonna be some conspiracy theory shit. How would you even use a bag like that? All your shit would just fall right out. Think you've had long enough to cross-examine the witness, counsel. No, buddy boy. Court has now been shown considerable evidence. As the photographic print just submitted into the court record appears to have no further significance, I am satisfied there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. We're gonna have a Deus Ex Machina in the form of that girl showing back up and being like, hello, I have further evidence.
Indeed, there is only one logical conclusion, that the pathetic rookie slumped over the bench there before us is the only possible perpetrator of this crime.
He's dead, you see. No. Just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around. I'm in a worse situation than I was at the start. Kazuma, no! His headband stopped flapping in the breeze! He's given up! Kazuma? I'm sorry, Ryunosuke. And now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, there's no way to force the trial to continue. What? You mean this is it?
I must say you put up quite a fight for a rookie student, but the weak are meat while the strong eat.
Oh, hey, that if anybody's playing bingo, that's our cannibalism reference for the stream.
You are wasting your time. There's no way to defeat true justice. A fact you can chew onto your heart's content from the inside of your cell.
This can't be happening. Am I really going to be found guilty of a crime that I didn't commit? And Kazuma, his dream of going to study in Great Britain will slip through his fingers. Kazuma, what? Is there really no chance now of turning this trial around? You heard the judge. There's nothing about that last photograph the detective produced that we can contest, which means there's no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue. Very well. I will now proceed immediately to the ruling.
It seems we will be able to report to the British government on time after all.
That smug little... Ryunosuke Naruhodo, having considered all the evidence planted before me, See? He's confident now? So he didn't look at his hand when he slammed his hands on the table. Wait, Your Excellency! Ryunosuke? I don't think you can rule on this case just yet. What did you see, boy? What did you see?
This amateurishness is getting tedious. When His Excellency deems that the trial is over, he gives his ruling. That is the most basic protocol of the courtroom.
Your Excellency, just a moment ago you said this. As the photographic print just submitted appears to have no further significance, there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Now, that means that if there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detail, I mean, then ruling on the case at this time would be out of the question.
This is blatant straw clutching. Look at this photographic print. All it shows is the handbag the gentlewoman was carrying on the day in question. There can be no problem with this evidence.
You'd better know what you're doing, Ryunosuke. I understand your objection, counsel. Certainly, the new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone... Wait, I think I figured it out. So this was taken right after the crime. The chair in the back. This chair is facing the table. Here, it's at a different table. It's at a different table. Or yeah, it's at the same table, but like this whole chair is turned around. So who turned the chair around? What the fuck happened there? Something happened. Something sus. And wait, let me look at this other photo too. Yeah, it doesn't show his hand. I was worried about that weird tattoo he has. However, I failed to see how we can glean any new information from this handbag.
Huh, my thoughts exactly. Really, the prosecution is becoming tired of this rookie's desperate wheezes.
Yes, I am desperate, but this isn't a wheeze. It's a cough at best. At least, there's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. If only I could put my finger on it. Very well, I will grant the defense one final opportunity.
What?
But be warned that if I am unsatisfied by your response here, the trial will be over with immediate effect, and I will gavel your face with this hammer. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Your Excellency. So, take another look at the photographic print Inspector Hosonaga submitted before. Uh-oh. Identify for the court where in this print we see the significant detail to which you have alluded. Oh wait, not autoplay, not autoplay, not autoplay. Not autoplay. Turn off autoplay. I don't want autoplay. I don't want to know the answer. Don't tell me. I was trying to save. Just in case I fuck it up. I mean it's gotta be the chair, right? Because like the chair's turned around. There's also like, I feel like this is something, but it doesn't really have, we don't really know what that is yet. I guess the chair? I feel sure around this area, yeah. Is your inability to pause? Yeah, that wasn't it, damn it. Maybe I'm getting too ahead of myself. I know it's the handbag that stands out in this picture, but you need to look further. Examine everything. Yeah, it's probably the tattoo. Getting ahead of myself.
Hold it!
No, give me another chance, please. The court should give consideration to the fact that this man is an amateur. One more chance, please. Thank you, Kazuma, for pushing me in front of the bus a little bit. I suppose he is just a callow student lawyer with little sense of protocol in these matters. I'm starting to feel insulted here. Okay. Yeah, it's probably the fucking tattoo.
Yes!
Look at this, here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist. Is that this true? It looks like almost like a burn of some description. Oh, it's not a tattoo. It looked like a cow tattoo to me. Dear me, I was pondering what new piffle you would come out with. A burn, you say, on the victim's wrist. Clearly, that has nothing whatsoever to do with the magnificent lady's handbag. Yes, that is a burn mark, you're right. Go on, Inspector. The police coroner also noticed it when he was performing the post-mortem examination. It was deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he didn't note it in his report.
What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea when the victim suffered this burn, do we? This sick burn, and no possible way of knowing either. The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of this mark.
However, as Prosecutor Ouchie... Oh, that was wrong. As Prosecutor Ouchie points out, unless a firm connection to the case can be shown, I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise details of this burn. Excuse me, Your Excellency. It would seem Miss Brett had a lunch appointment with the dean and other university staff. She can wait. I'm not done with her yet. She would like to know if she may be excused from the stand now.
Oh, of course, dear lady. We shan't hold you up any longer, yes? We shan't. I'm quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyway.
What's your thinking on this, Rinosuke? Do you believe this burn does have something to do with the case? To be honest, I'm not really sure. But if I don't keep pushing, then it's not over. So I was thinking I should keep digging and digging in the hope that I might uncover something useful. Yes, you're right.
I am?
If we can just link that burn to the case. If we can do that, we might be able to prise this shutting door back open again. Okay, do we have anything? Oh! There it is! It's a fucking cow mark from her plate? It is a weird-ass burn. It was a brand, I was right.
Just give up, counsel. You can't possibly hope to do that.
Indeed, I'm afraid that without evidence, I can't allow you to pursue what is little more than conjecture. But if we had evidence... Evidence that irrefutably linked the burn on the victim's wrist to the case, then you would allow it. I would, yes. To tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that burn. But as soon as you pointed it out, what I did notice was that the color draining from Miss Brett's face. Really? I have to find some link between that burn and the case. This is the moment of truth. Time to find some evidence. I already have it! So then, the defense will now present its evidence to the court. The evidence that demonstrates an inextricable connection between the victim's burn and this trial. Boom! What's this, Counsel? Yet another print? Yes, Your Excellency. I believe photographic prints are an amazing invention. When we humans look at a scene, we miss things. But in a photograph, things that we may have overlooked at the time are recorded forevermore.
Do hurry up, rookie. What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further really would be quite inexcusable.
Actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer if you don't mind, Miss Brett. You see, it's very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have that unusually shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here forevermore. What? How?
Objection! You can't fool me with your little bluffs, boy. If that's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. What is it in this photograph that explains the reason for the victim's burn?
This little shit right here.
Yes!
The beefsteak. Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was served on.
The plate?
Ah!
Your Excellency, are you all right?
As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. I would guess it's some sort of trademark of La Carnival. The emblem on the plate and the victim's burn are exactly the same shape.
Yeah!
Ryunosuke, you're genius. You're spot on. Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was at the restaurant, or while he was present at the restaurant. Oh shit!
Objection!
But what does it mean, though?
But even if that's the case, we can't know if it happened on the day in question or not. It could have been the day before, or the day before that. It most likely happened in some other unrelated time.
Well,
Objection!
Sadly, Prosecutor Ouchie, the chances of that are extremely slim. Thanks.
Why?
The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga? I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly.
But...
I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that it wasn't suffered very long ago. And although it's not a particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. This was no mild burn, that's for sure. Can you be more specific, Inspector? Well, let's see. Okay, I think I got this. So she shot the professor while he was seated at the table across from her. And then when he died, his hand pressed down on the brand for like a really long time. That's how it got burned in there. And then for some reason, she turned, like his body got turned around so that it looked like he got shot from someplace else and not by the person sitting at the table across from him. And so that's why the chair was facing the wrong direction. Boom! I got that. Well, wait. Then why was her plate in front of him to begin with? We'll see. Oh, sorry, bumped the mic. If the plate was around 90 degrees centigrade, a burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds. It's inconceivable that the victim wouldn't have let out a scream of pain then. Because it happened after he was already dead! I've been investigating at the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all. As the head waiter of La Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation.
But you're a detective, not a waiter!
Deal with it.
Yes!
There you have it. Something isn't right here. As the detective said, anyone who burned themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds would scream in pain. There's no question of that. And yet Inspector Hosonaga never heard the professor scream, not on that day or any before it. That's right. And the strange thing is, on the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either. What are you suggesting? That he was burned after he was dead? Well, if the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for anything like 3 seconds that day, that would be beyond careless, I think, Counsel. Then the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, the sergeant, and the old antiques dealer, all of us would, without any question, have heard him scream. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Ouchie? Well, yes, I suppose. So the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream? Because he didn't scream because he was dead! I almost don't believe it. Ryunosuke, do you think? Can it really be true? I never dreamed we'd arrive at a conclusion like this, but I'm starting to think that maybe... Wait, no, was he already dead before he was shot? No. We've been led into a terrible trap. What? There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered the burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson... he was already dead. No man could remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. That's clearly impossible. Apart from in one particular situation. Counsel, are you suggesting? Yes, it's only possible. If the man was already dead. Already dead. So maybe she killed him some other way? And then shot him later? Knowing what we know now, it's the only possible explanation. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day, the professor was already dead, but you said hi to him. That's madness! Order, please! Counsel, explain this absurd notion at once. The victim was killed by a gunshot. That's right. That's absolutely right, Your Excellency. This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student, but clearly he has no grasp of the facts. No, Prosecutor Ouchie, it's you who has no grasp of the facts. Yeah, get him! I beg your pardon? As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered that burn while at the restaurant, this whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet? Yeah. Your Excellency, the court must hear from this witness again. If it's true, as we now believe, that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard, it's highly likely that Miss Brett... Oh! She took the cup because it had the poison in it, maybe? It's like, I don't know if their forensics team would be able to suss that out, but if she took the cup, not because she didn't want people to know she was there, but because she hid poison in it, and she didn't want anybody to know. And she, like, swapped their glasses at some point. Incredible. I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement. Yeah, fuck yeah, she will. But Your Excellency! The justice system in our country may be in its infancy, but rest assured all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment. Thank you, Your Excellency. Geeter. What was that smile?
Yes, of course. I mean, I'd be delighted...
Oh, she does speak!
I'd be delighted to help. Especially if it helps relations between my country and yours.
I'd get to do a British accent, you guys!
Miss Brett, you speak Japanese?
Yeah, the inspector's shocked too.
Well, of course I do.
That's not... What does a British accent sound like?
I am studying in your country, after all.
But then, why have you been speaking through an interpreter up until now?
My mother tongue, the Queen's English, is the most...
God, I can't do a British accent.
the most refined and elegant language in the world. As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much as possible.
Bitch!
But it seems that the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to communicating with you all on your own level.
Boo!
Oh,
Well, you are the epitome of a true English gentlewoman. We are truly honored by this lavish consideration you so graciously afford us, simp. I see. Yeah, Judge is not impressed. In that case, Miss Brett, you will now ask you to testify in your own words about the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson. Yeah, we're going overtime on this stream. I want to finish this case before we finish today. My brother might come home in the middle, but I don't care. I want it out. So we're finally going to get to hear her own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Ryunosuke. Oh shit. Geeter.
unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me. But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway.
Boo! Get her out of here! That most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down. Don't you be a simp too! Easy does it.
I hope that is the last time I'll have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue.
Fuck you!
Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone,
Bitch.
Not at all, not at all. It is merely a delight to hear you speak, dear lady. And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant. I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today. The Minister of Justice? May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible. Amen.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Thanks? Was that a prayer then? Well, you'll have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with a cross-examination now. I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much. I'm sure I don't need to remind you, counsel, that this will be our final cross-examination in this trial. Yeah, that's what you said about the last one, too. If you fail to demonstrate any problems with this witness's testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear? Let's get her. Oh! Motivational sandwich. Yes, Your Excellency. Then you may proceed with the cross-examination. Let's go, let's get her! Let's get her! What else? Yes! As you testified before, you were drinking carbonated water, is that right? Dr. Wilson was only permitted to drink water at that time, if you remember. Which explains why he ordered that drink, correct, waiter? Exactly as you say, sir. Although... Whether or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak to the table... I'm afraid I don't remember that.
Damn you.
Ah,
I have enough English to understand that at least. For the benefit of others in the court, it means bless you. Simp! Simp! I think it means the exact opposite. I need a button of motivational sandwich. Anyway. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report shows no other possible death besides gunshot. Some other way a man takes life show me. He was allergic to carbonated water. Without leaving a trace. If someone is shot or strangled or stabbed or thrown from a height, however a person's life is taken, there are always telltale traces on the body. Quite right, dear lady. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hosonaga? As I've said, I always aim for a flawless investigation. There would be physical traces with all those causes of death, that's true. But maybe there's some other way of killing some— Poison! 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 Poisoning! If, heaven forbid, you doubt me, young man, you're going to have to tell everyone exactly how you think the professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it? Oh no, perish the thought! Calling a sweet young lady's innocence into question? On my honor, I, Taketsuchi Aochi, will cut down any who dare cast such aspersions. A way of killing someone that leaves no trace. Poison! We need some evidence to back us up here. Yes, evidence. We don't have that yet. We gotta press some other shit. What do you think? I don't know. I think this could be hard work. She can speak Japanese brilliantly, but she doesn't seem to want to say very much. The more she says, the more she's likely to give away. This Englishwoman knows that only too well. She's quite formidable. And that whole fucking goose on her head is too. Ern tells us something. Okay. Just gonna keep pressing her. Get her. What is it, Cosimo? What are you thinking? I'm just thinking that you're hot. Oh, don't worry. It's nothing. Yes! But his hand was on the searing hot plate for at least 3 whole seconds. You can't not have noticed. Do you think so? Oh, there's my brother is home. Hang on one sec. Hey, I'm streaming. We went to overtime because we're very invested in this Ace Attorney game. Hey. So you're gonna hear me doing some odd voices. I'm sorry. Right. I want to know what happens, and I don't know. I probably can't stream this game again until next week, and I want to know what happens before we exit. Let me ask you something. Sorry? Ever since I arrived at this courtroom, and even now, the fly on those unsightly black trousers of yours have been wide open. How can you even see that? You can't not have noticed, can you? Huh? What? Yeah. Oh no, he's dead. Haha, what fun. You hadn't realized. The dear lady is absolutely right. Your whole pants are around your ankles, little boy. As your friend, you've embarrassed me as well as yourself, Ryunosuke. Why didn't you tell me? Dr. Wilson was a true English gentleman. Did her mask just phase through her nose? He chose honorable silence over a vulgar scream. Can your tiny brains imagine such a thing? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Oh, yes, I think my tiny brain can. Simp! Fucking simp! Well, I can't. Anyway... Raise our glasses and a toast. As you testified before, you were drinking carbonated water. Did I already press this one? Yeah, I already did this one. I already pressed this one. Hi, Roxy. Hi, puppy. Roxy, why are you scared? Why are you shaking? What? It's not thundering. Why are you shaking? Hold on, my dog is here and she's freaked out by something. What did you say, Roxy? What? What happened? There's no thunder. She's usually scared of storms, but like there's not a cloud in the sky outside right now. Did you feel something? Did you think something was thunder? That was probably it.
Yes! Yes, it's written here in the paperwork. Fatal hemorrhage from ballistic trauma.
Yes. Luckily for all of us, a little burn on the wrist isn't going to kill us. And as there were no other signs of trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death, it can only have been the bullet from your gun that put an end to this innocent man's life.
But it doesn't make sense. The burn must have happened straight away when the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter. Yes, that's true. If it had cooled even slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make a burn like that. And if the victim burned his wrist on the hot plate as soon as it was brought out from the kitchen, then he must have been already dead at that point.
And yet, the fact is that the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Until you're able to show court evidence to disprove that, it is a complete waste of time.
I concur. Prosecutor Auchi is right.
Grr.
Yes! It's gotta be this one. I think this is the only one I haven't pressed yet. Inferior? What do you mean by that?
In the lands of the Great British Empire, the police store everything found at a crime scene for later examination. But in this country, you investigate once, and that's the end of that. Isn't it so? Quite right. La Carnival is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident. Exactly. Which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost. Oh? Oh? Sir? Sir? It doesn't even occur to you naive detectives to try to preserve the crime scene. I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can, you understand.
Bitch.
Ha! A killer blow. The lady is as formidable as she is beautiful.
Amazing. He's actually admitting to our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Auchi is finally starting to see sense. I very much doubt that. Still, there's something about what Miss Brett just said. There was a moment before when something didn't seem quite right. Yeah, Mr. Coughing Up Blood over here clearly has something he wants to say. What do you think, Rinosuke? I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press her, I'm not turning up any new information. Yes, as I suspected, she's a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony or the cross-examination will be over. But that would mean I have to find a way. There must be some clue somewhere to help us find a chink in her armor. Kazuma. What, Rinosuke? There is one thing I noticed. Something that's been bothering me. Bothering you? You mean about Miss Brett? Actually, no. About the person standing next to her, Inspector Hosonaga. The detective? Yes, he seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. I was wondering if it might be significant. If it might present an opening, maybe. Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing her on that last statement one more time. If you think so, but this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the detective. Alright then, I wonder what Kazuma's thinking. Find out soon enough, I suppose. Once I press Miss Brett on her last statement again. Okay, let's get her. Yes! Inferior? What do you mean by that? Okay, we already did all that.
Wait.
Yes, there it is again. The detective's reaction is just the same as before. Why? Up until now, the detective has been on the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishwoman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity. What do you mean? When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down. You're right. Look at him. He's lost in his own thoughts. It's time to pursue the man in his train of thought. Sorry? Pursue. Oh, new tutorial! This is a new mechanic, I think. I'll explain how to do it now, Renosuke. It's all to do with the witness's marker. What marker? At the moment, we're focused on Miss Brett, who's the person actually making the current statement. But by moving the marker left and right with bit-dita, you can turn your attention to other people on the stand. This is interesting. Kind of reminds me of one of the mechanics they had in Apollo Justice. While you're looking at the other witnesses, you'll be able to pursue them with "at." If you catch the person at just the right time, you might uncover some new information to pursue. If you ever notice a strange atmosphere amongst the people on the stand, take a good look around. Alright then, so first I should move the marker across with "d" and focus on the detective. Then pursue him with "a" and see what's on his mind.
Hey, Molly, quit ripping up the carpet.
Wait.
Move. Move! I'm moving.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. What is the meaning of this? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to shock you. He really was lost in his thoughts. Deeply. It looked like you were thinking something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say? If there's something you'd like to say, please, share it with the court.
Objection! What is the meaning of this? It's the delightful Englishwoman who's testifying at the moment.
Hang on, let me do something real quick. And turn the mic sensitivity down just a little bit so maybe it doesn't capture quite so much ambient noise.
If you can't find fault with her testimony, then cross-examination should be over immediately.
Oh, is that how it works? Absolutely not. The detective is on the stand, which makes him a valid witness. Yes, not to mention that he's intimately involved in the case. Inspector Hosonaga? Yes. Do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Brett? Well, yes. If you don't mind, I would like to speak. The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. Which is why Satoru Hosonaga, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless. What do you really mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. A crime scene thief? Well, it looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there. Take this, for example. Is that... This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago now. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, there's some left in the bottle. I can see it. One day our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming, I guarantee it. I can't say I condone... I can't say... Fuck! I can't keep my accent straight. There's too many going around. Can't say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment. The court will accept the glass bottle of water as evidence. Okay. So what does that get me? Miss Brett. Can you confirm this is indeed the bottle from which you drank from on the day of the victim's death? Yes, it was that bottle. What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question. Very well. Counsel, you may resume the cross-examination. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor. Yeah, tested for poison. It's been poison. please do show me. Okay, well, actually, instead of present, let's just look at the court record.
Yes!
Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Ah, shit. Court record. Examine. The label is written in a foreign language that I don't recognize. Do you know what it says, Kazuma? I think it's French. This must be very expensive water. Yes, but what does it say? That's what I was asking. Go to France and ask. Damn! You could just say that you don't know. Oh-wee. Oh wait, is this gonna be the same? This carbonated water is the last drink Mr. Wilson ever had. Looks like there's a little left in the bottle, although it's just plain water now. You know, I've been sweating so much, I'm absolutely parched. Don't drink evidence! I'll just have a sip of this to keep me going. No, Rinosuke, you can't do that. For one thing, that's evidence. You can't go drinking evidence. Oh, no, you're right. But we don't know what might be inside, do we? You never cease to amaze me, Rinosuke, in more ways than one. I wonder, could there be anything in this water? What's the matter? You've gone quiet all of a sudden. I think I may have just worked something out. An interesting possibility. Okay, maybe we just have to present it. Is this gonna give me any opportunity to present possible evidence? New evidence. Excellent work, Rinosuke. I never even thought of pursuing another witness over the current witness's statements. That was a great idea of yours, Kazuma. Well, it was all thanks to you noticing that the detective had reacted strangely to what the lady said. I never have guessed at all that bubbling away under the surface. To be honest, you keep surprising me at every turn. Sorry? Oh, never mind, gay. So we know that Dr. Wilson was killed around the same time the steak was brought to his table. And by some means it left no physical trace on his body. Poison! If we could just demonstrate how this was done. Poison! You have one idea about that. Maybe I should just present the evidence and see what happens. That's what I'm gonna do. Presentation. You. Present.
Yes!
What is this? Is a bottle of water? Actually, there is one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. Obviously, I'm referring to poison. Poison! On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? Ooh. Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from his glass? Dun 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 dun! Order, order, order! Confidence, my boy! And on that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and was able to slip the poison into his drink? There's only one person who could have possibly done it. Giselle Brett, it was you!
Objection!
And this is outrageous! This is just such a thing without a scrap of evidence! You little rookie imbecile! Have you even considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten that we've only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire? Have you in the vaguest inkling that your rash accusations could jeopardize this entire treaty?
Objection!
This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one individual's guilt with respect to one crime.
What?
The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We are here to determine the truth. Get him!
Ahem. If I may.
I will silence you forever for this disgraceful attack on—
Get him!
It is you who should be silent.
Of course. Simp. Dear lady! Where did that come from? She just snapped.
afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. I offer my most humble apologies.
I'm sorry, my lady. To what are you referring?
I described your police force as inferior. But no matter how inferior they may be, you still investigated this particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle, I mean, Inspector. And whether it contained poison or not.
Yeah, the bottle didn't have any poison in it because she would have drank from it too. She put the poison in his cup and that's why she took it from the crime scene. You did? Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is already? I strive for a flawless investigation every time. I don't believe it. Naturally, we tested the inside of this bottle and its contents. And what did you find, Inspector? I ordered tests for every toxin that's available in this country at the present time. You can find no trace of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency. What? Are you sure? The tests were meticulously carried out by the chief coroner himself. No.
I'm very grateful to all of you Japanese. You've successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you.
But of course, dear lady, the pleasure was all ours. Get back up, Rinosuke, you can do it! I'm so sure. This can't be right. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned. Thank you, counsel. I think that cross-examination has clarified everything. As the prosecution have asserted, the shot through the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit. I'm done for. The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience it has caused you, Miss Brett.
Oh no, I'm just glad the matter is resolved.
Before proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present to the court at this point? Where is the cup? It's not in evidence. Kazuma? I'm sorry, Rinosuke. I have nothing more.
Well, if you'll excuse me now, I really must be leaving.
The cup. Yeah, I knew it. They were gonna come back eventually and bring the evidence. I was a little early, but she got it. She's like, I have the cup.
Please, wait.
Is that? What is the meaning of this?
Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense.
Mikotoba? Oh, she's his daughter. In my darkest hour, with nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning. And in her hand, she carried a small package wrapped in a furoshiki cloth. Now, this music is great. GBT. Ah, damn it! Oh, we're not gonna get to the end tonight. Shit. Oh, man. Fuck. I've already gone later than usual. I think this is where we're gonna have to end it, y'all. I think we're gonna have to cut it off here. Fuck, I wanna know what happens, though. Okay. Okay, hang on. Hey, you're working tomorrow, right? You have a shift?
Correct.
So you're not gonna be home tomorrow night? Like...
I will be around 8:30.
Okay. That's good enough for me. We are finishing this shit tomorrow. Impromptu middle of, like, Thursday... No, wait, shit. I have plans tomorrow. Fuck! I can't, actually. Damn it. We're gonna have to wait until next week! Damn it! No, because, yeah, I'm busy Thursday. I'm already streaming art on Friday that I have to finish. And then Saturday I have D&D. Sunday's not gonna work. We're gonna have to resume this on Monday, probably. Oh no! I wanna know what happens, though! Damn it! Hi, what?
Next time on Ace Attorney.
Get out of here. We can't do tomorrow, unfortunately. Oh, man. Okay, listen. If I'm able to find a time, like, I I could do tomorrow, like, not at my usual afternoon time, but I'm worried that people wouldn't be able to make it for that. Ugh. Okay, I tell you guys what, we will stop here for the night, and I will let you guys know in the stream chat on Discord when I am able to resume this. Here, I'll go ahead and drop the link for the Discord in the chat. I'll go ahead and preface out by saying the Discord is mostly for my webcomic, but we do have a stream chat channel in there, and so when I figure out when our next Ace Attorney stream will be, I will let you guys know in there. But in the meantime, we've gone, like, well over as long as I usually stream. My voice is dying. Do this on Monday and do art on Wednesday. Yeah, I'll think about it. I'll work with my schedule and see what I can do. Because, yeah, I really want to see where this is going. I thought this first case would be a lot shorter. Yeah. But yeah, so we will absolutely continue this another time. I'll upload the VOD for this onto YouTube before our next stream, so if anyone is late, or we can continue. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it, but let's figure out a raid, shall we? Okay, so it looks like Bia's online, and I think Bia's gonna be streaming this game tomorrow, I think. So let's do that. They're drawing right now, but you know. Boom. Okay, so next Ace Attorney stream will be probably at some point next week. I will let you guys know in the stream chat. I will also announce it on Twitter. I will drop that link in the chat. So I will let you guys know. In the meantime, thank you guys for coming. If there's anyone here who is not already following me, make sure to hit the follow button so that you don't miss the next stream. You will be notified whenever I go live. It's the best way to keep up with the stuff that is going on the stream. So I'll just go ahead and shill one more thing, completely irrelevant to what's going on in the stream, but I do have a Kickstarter running for my book, How to Webcomic, that I wrote, and that is ending in a couple days. So if you are interested in learning how to make webcomics, you should jump on that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream and activate the raid. When you guys get over there, yell star raid in all caps. Use the yeehaw emote if you are a subscriber and you have it. And I will see you guys next time. Next stream will be on Friday, but I'll be doing art stuff, not Ace Attorney. I will let you guys know when the Ace Attorney stream is. So I will see you guys then. Thank you so much for joining me. Goodbye.